question to all the assignees and speakers that what is the impact of coronavirus on their life? I got some remarkable answers. Before sharing that, let me share with you my experience of this corona pandemic. For that, let me share a small video with you all. I'll share my screen. Just a second. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Oh shit. Can you see the video?
Yes, Miss Rupa, we can see.
Toastmaster Gupa, we can't see the video, just a black screen.
Unmute yourself, Rupa.
Can you just wait for I had actually tested it. I was able to share my screen, but now I don't know why. Please just hold on for 2 minutes.
Gupa, you can share your video through your mobile, not a problem.
Google Drive.
Like Toastmaster of the day, if any issue, we can proceed. Like
No, I have the phone in the transfer manual.
I think we should proceed. Toastmaster of the day, like we are losing time here.
Just 1 minute. I'll share it because after that only I have my content. Sorry for the inconvenience. I'll try to complete it as early as possible.
Okay, let me welcome one more guest, Toastmaster Kesabarao from Utkalika Toastmasters Club.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arul Shankar. Thank you very much.
Transfer ಮಾಡುವ.
Welcome to our meeting.
Thank you.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡುವ. ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇದು? ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ
Toastmaster Rupa, mute your one of the account. We are getting echo.
Toastmaster of the day, whatever happens is for good. All is well. I think we can proceed. No issues, no tension, nothing. We can proceed. So now the virus is getting uninstalled.
Toastmaster of the day, you can share your video through WhatsApp, so we can share, not an issue. Yep.
How do I share on the Arabian Toastmaster Club WhatsApp?
Yeah, okay, you can do that. Okay. I will play that. No problem.
Yes, Sandy.
Toastmaster, you can probably ask for the first speaker to start, and later on
Okay.
you can...
Fine. So let me just introduce the assignees of the day. The first assignee is general evaluator. We have Toastmaster Vail Murugan. I will introduce him before commencement of the evaluation session. Next up is timer. As a timer, we have a cheerful personality who works at Al Mu'tasim School as a teacher, Madam Toastmaster Vasanti. She likes learning new things to keep herself busy and is passionate about gardening. She says that COVID has taught her to plan to be prepared for the future emergencies. She's trying enriching different facets of her personality by learning new languages, exploring online courses and hobbies. Madam Toastmaster Vasanti, could you please explain your role as a timer?
Yes, thank you for the wonderful introduction, Toastmaster Rupa. Good evening, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Vasanti. Today I am your timer. My job as a timer to keep track of the time for all the speeches and evaluation session. For prepared speeches, the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. A grace period of 30 seconds shall be allowed on the maximum time limit. Green light shall be indicated the minimum time, yellow shall be shown on the 6th minute, and the red light will be shown the maximum limit and will remain on. There would be no indication at the end of the grace period. For the table topics, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes with an additional grace period of 30 seconds. Yellow light shall be shown at 1.5 minutes. For evaluation, the minimum qualifying time is 1 to 1.5 minutes to 3 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on either sides. Yellow shall be indicated at 2 minutes. I will report the exact time taken by each speaker at the end of each session when called upon to do so. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Vasanti. Next, as an R counter, we have an enthusiastic Toastmaster Ravish Malpani. He's working as a contract specialist at Sadara Chemicals Company. He says that this pandemic has taught him to keep changing and adapting to the new normal. He shares that with the same input, he may get the same output. So to change the output, he needs to change his inputs, not only in his thoughts, but also in approach towards life. Toastmaster Ravish Malpani, could you please explain your role as an R counter?
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Toastmaster of the Day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a R counter, my role is to note any overused words or filler sounds used as a crunch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, and, you know. Sounds may be or I will present my report during evaluation portion of the meeting when called upon to do so. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravish. As a Zoom master and vote counter, we have a diligent, creative, and intelligent Toastmaster who is also our VP Education, a doctor by profession, Dr. Sheetal Agarwal. She says that due to pandemic, her positive attitude towards life has manifolded. She lives each moment to the fullest, and she has realized that she doesn't have to look back, as she is not going to get back in that direction. Madam Toastmaster Sheetal, could you please explain your role as Zoom master and vote counter?
Good evening, all the Toastmasters. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for that wonderful introduction. My role as a Zoom master is to support this meeting technically on the Zoom platform. And my role as a vote counter is to launch the virtual voting ballot and announce the winners when called upon to do so. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Okay, so are you all ready to listen to some of the stellar speeches that are lined up today?
Yeah. Toastmaster of the Day, please call grammarian and wordmaster.
Okay, so sorry about that. So as a grammarian and word master, we have, one second. We have Toastmaster Ashik. He is our past area director, ever smiling Toastmaster who stays in Khobar but is always an integral part of our Arabian Toastmasters Club. So he is our grammarian and word master for the day. He says that his learning from COVID impact is that the life moves on in spite of any hurdles. Toastmaster Ashik, could you please explain your role as grammarian?
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, and good evening, Toastmasters. Today, my role as a grammarian and word master is twofold. One is to look into the good usage of the language and give if there is any improvement needed to submit in report the detailed report with the recommendation where the improvement are needed, and to show where the good usage has been given during the speech. And further to second, the other part is to introduce the word of the day. Today I have chosen the word of the day is I think all of you, it's visible to all of you all, is imbue. Its meaning is endow, inspire, or instill, or it has another meaning, tinge or dye deeply. It can be used in the verb format, that is imbues in the present present simple, and in past is imbued, and imbuing in past present continuous. Example is Spanish mission imbue the city with the old world charm, and a feeling of optimism imbues her work. It can be used as an adjective as well, that is imbued. Example is guard officer imbued with a military sense of duty and loyalty, and it can be finally used in noun format, that is imbuement. Synonyms are indue, inculcate, infuse, and ingrain, and antonyms are cleanse, clear, purge, and disinfect. I encourage all of you all to use the word in these three format in wherever possible, and I will be submitting my report later during the general evaluation. With that, over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashik. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me? Unstable
Yes,
internet connection.
yes, you are here. You are audible.
Okay, okay. So I'll try to share my screen now. Anyways, let me just prepare my dalgona coffee at least. Can you see?
No, we can just hear the audio. You haven't shared your screen yet.
I shared it. Your phone. Please come on, get ready.
We just get the audio.
Can you see now?
Yeah, we see your folder.
Can you see the video? Can you see the video?
No, dear, video.
No, we can just see all your files. That's it, just a folder.
Not yet, yeah.
If you want, I can share the video. Can someone make me the host or co-host?
No, but how do I do that?
Could you please click on the link? Sheetal, can you make me the co-host?
The first video which I
The one you
play.
share on WhatsApp group, correct?
No, it has not come fully.
Because it's 3 minutes video. If more than 1 minute video, we cannot share in the WhatsApp. So that's the problem.
Okay. What you're doing right now is you're sharing the folder, the window. So the window you need to share is your.
Okay. I'll try to share it with you, Vijay. Maybe you can share it later. Let us start with the speeches then.
Sure.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Rupa, please stop sharing your screen.
Yeah. Fine. So let us get started with the educational session of the day. Our first speaker for the day is our very own headmaster. After having claimed his DTM title, he has now forayed into pathways. There is no stopping him. He says that due to this pandemic, he has learned to do things differently, such as greeting others, attending meetings, and even the outlook towards the life. He was able to embrace the change and move forward easily. The speaker will be attempting his speech of level 1 of the pathways. The evaluator for his speech is Toastmaster Arunasan. Toastmaster Arunasan, could you please explain the objectives of his speech?
Sure. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Lithium Woman Thomas will be going for his icebreaker once more. And the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself, the club, and learn the basic structure of a public speech. And the time allotted is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best, Lithium Woman Thomas.
Toastmaster Woman Thomas, his speech title is Seek Discomfort. Seek Discomfort, Toastmaster Woman Thomas.
Am I visible?
Yes, definitely.
Am I audible?
Yes, DTM, you are.
My parents, Mr. K.G. Thomas and Mrs. Leela Thomas, were overjoyed when I, Thomas was born on October 4 at Calicut in India. That sweet little newborn was not that sweet as he grew up. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening. My dad, a PWD engineer, was very lucky that he had a transferable job as he could get respite from handling his youngest son. That's me. My mom, a homemaker, was stationed at Calicut to ensure that her children had a smooth, comfortable, and steady school life. My childhood, especially my school life, was extremely enjoyable. My brother George was soft, sober, and studious. I used to compensate for all his good qualities. His parent-teacher meetings used to be smooth, and mine a nightmare. Having said that, I used to get very high rank in the class examinations. Only 1 or 2 students used to get higher rank than me. In a class of 35, I usually settle for 33rd or 34th rank. My parents were hoping against hope that I will become responsible. All the advices fell on my deaf ears. When I was in 6th standard, my mom was diagnosed with a deadly disease, cancer. Her talks during those crucial days made a dramatic change in my attitude towards life. I started taking interest in studies. Slowly, the red marks in the report card started to vanish. This positive change, coupled with her sheer determination, helped my mom to survive. I completed my 10th standard in flying colors. Although I slipped in the first year in college after 10th, I came back with vengeance to score very high marks, which helped me to get admission in one of the reputed institutions, Regional Engineering College Calicut for BTech. I also completed my master's from the same college. I started my career with Vishakhapatnam Steel Plant as a management trainee and had a comfortable, smooth life for the next 5 years. Through the institution of arranged marriage, I was trapped by the charming smile of a young girl, Saira. We were blessed with twin boys, Sharat and Sharan. This bonus edition moved me from the comfort zone to the discomfort zone. I started looking for opportunities. Like a godsend angel, I got an opportunity to work with Nagarjuna Group for their steel project at Mangalore. With a new job, I moved back to comfort zone and started relaxing. The company too started relaxing. The end result was the project never saw the daylight. The writing on the wall was clear. The door of Nagarjuna will close any day. I moved back to this comfort zone. Within few months, another door opened. I joined as manager with Jindal Vijayanagar Steel Plant in June 1998. After a few months, another door of Hadid in Jubail opened, and I joined the company in December 1998. After I joined Hadid, the steel prices plummeted. Many employees lost their jobs. The tsunami of losing the job haunted me for 21 long years. Finally, last December, that tsunami struck. At that time, God had different plans. I got an opportunity to work with Masa, and I'm working with that company since then. My hobbies include watching television, watching movies, making new friends. In Toastmasters, I was practically pushed to become a member of this club, threatened to take up the role as the president of this club, accidentally became the area governor, and completed the Distinguished Toastmaster Award by choice. Meanwhile, Sharath and Sharan completed their engineering and are now working in Bangalore for the past 4 years. Saira is a special educator working in International Indian School for the past 16 years. Dear friends, life has taught me many lessons. There may be many hiccups in life, but believe in yourself and move forward. You should seek discomfort because that will help you make stronger and achieve greater heights in life. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much for that wonderful speech, Toastmaster Woman Thomas. Good to see you after having completed the DTM. You are again starting up with pathways. Well, moving on to our second speaker of the day. Our second speaker for the day is our very own talented VPPR of our club. She is a mother of 3-year-old whose main aim is to up her energy level to his. She is currently trying to unleash the creative side of hers. She is thankful that due to the work from home scenario caused by the coronavirus pandemic, her family was able to bond once again. Especially her son and her husband were able to connect with each other in a much stronger way. The speaker is attempting her speech 4 of level 1 of the pathways. The evaluator for her speech is Toastmaster Abhilash. Toastmaster Abhilash, could you please explain the objectives of her speech?
Madam Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening to all of you.
Good
The
evening.
purpose of this speech is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Madam Toastmaster Sangeeta. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
The speech title of Madam Toastmaster Sangeeta is History of Emotions. History of Emotions, Madam Toastmaster Sangeeta, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. I shall be sharing my screen. So just let me know once you can see that, as well as once if I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible and we can see that.
You can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I'll be sitting and presenting because obviously I have to take in control of the screen as well. Okay? All right. Emotions are the language of the soul. Emotions are our messengers. Emotions is what makes us human. Respected President, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, a very good evening to you all. In a moment, I would ask all of you to close your eyes and see if you can work out what you feel at this moment. Now, you're not going to tell anyone, or we're not going to discuss what your emotions are. The idea is to see how easy or perhaps hard it is to pinpoint what you're exactly feeling at the moment. So, fellow Toastmasters, if you could please close your eyes and feel what you feel at the moment, and I'll give you 10 seconds. So, can you please close your eyes? Well, fellow Toastmasters, how did it go? How did you feel? You were probably feeling a little bit under pressure, maybe a bit suspicious of the others, like did they really close their eyes or not? Perhaps you felt some strange, distant worry about an email that you sent this morning, or excitement for something that you've planned. Maybe a little bit of you might have felt an exhilaration that comes when we meet in such a platform. The Welsh call it hwyl, from the word for boat sails. Or maybe you would have felt all of these things. There are some emotions that which wash the world in a single color, like terror felt when a car skids. But more often, emotions crowd and jostle together until it's actually quite hard to tell them apart. Some slide past so quickly that you'd hardly even notice them, like the nostalgia that you would make when you reach out to grab something in the supermarket. And then there are the others that we hurry from, fears that they'll burst from us, like the jealousy that makes us search through our loved ones' belongings. Of course, there are some emotions that are so peculiar, you might not even know how to describe them. Perhaps sitting there, you had a little tingle of desire for an emotion that one eminent French sociologist called it as ilinx, a delirium that comes with minor acts of chaos. Perhaps you've experienced one of those odd, untraceable, or untranslatable emotions for which there's no obvious English equivalent. You might have felt a feeling what the Dutch called gezelligheid, being cozy and warm inside with friends when it's just cold and damp outside. We live in an age where the knowledge of emotions is an extremely important commodity, where emotions are used for many things, exploited by our politicians, manipulated by algorithms. Emotional intelligence, which is the skill to be able to recognize and name our emotions and those of others, is considered so important that now it's being taught in schools and in businesses. You all would have probably heard the theory that our entire emotional life can be boiled down to a handful of basic emotions, such as happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, and surprise. These are expressed by everyone across the globe in exactly the same way, and therefore represent the building block of our emotional life. What if I was to say that in the 12th century, some troubadours didn't see yawning as a sign of boredom or tiredness that we do so today, but thought it was a symbol of their deepest love? Or in the same period, some brave knights and men fainted out of dismay? Or that boredom that sometimes I love was first really felt only by the Victorians in response to new ideas for leisure and self-entertainment and improvement. The neuroscientist Lisa Feldman Barrett has become very interested in this dynamic relationship between words and emotions. She argues that when we learn a new word for an emotion, new feelings are sure to follow. We all are very familiar and celebrate happiness today. Happiness is supposed to make us better parents, better partners, better workers. It's supposed to make us live longer. But did you know that in the 16th century, sadness was supposed to be doing the same thing? It's even possible, believe it or not, to read self-help books from that period where the authors try to encourage sadness in readers. They believe that if you cultivate sadness as a skill, you are completely equipped and resilient to anything bad that can happen to you. Of course, our emotions, they change across time to time, but they also change from place to place. The Baining people of Papua New Guinea speak of a vumbuk, a feeling of lethargy that descends when a house guest finally leaves. They believe that the departing guests shared a sort of heaviness so that they can travel easily. And this heaviness infects the air, and this causes a wumbuk. Amai is a very, very common word in Japan, but it's very hard to translate. It means something like the pleasure that you would get when you're able to temporarily hand over the responsibility for your life to someone else. How cool would that be when you can do that, occasionally at least? I want to end with an emotion that I often quite feel now. It's a French word called dépaysement. It evokes a giddy orientation that you feel in an unfamiliar place. It is when I've taken something for granted, something very, very familiar, part of my life, and it's suddenly made strange again. Dépaysement is unsettling, but at the same time, it's exciting too. Fellow Toastmasters, let's try to tap in and connect with our emotions. And who knows, it might open up a whole new world for us. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangeeta. It was for that wonderful speech. Moving on, our third speaker for the day is a mechanical engineer. He is a Master of Technology from Industrial Safety, currently working as a staff engineer with Process Safety Division in Saudi Chevron Phillips Company. He says that he is blessed with 2 kids and, of course, one and only one wife. How lucky. With this pandemic, he has got too much free time and he can concentrate on doing exercise at homes. By exercise, he means cleaning utensils, mopping, washing clothes by hand, etc. Going back to the good olden days of physical exercise by doing actual work for you and your family. Toastmaster Uday Kumar, that was a very good sense of humor that you have applied here. He's going to attempt his Project 1 Level 2 of Innovative Planning Pathways. The evaluator for his speech is Toastmaster Arul Shankar. Toastmaster Arul, could you please explain the objectives of his speech?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. The objective of his speech is to identify his leadership style and share the aspects of it with the members. Time 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you.
The speech title of Toastmaster Uday Kumar is Leaders Are Made, Not Born. Toastmaster Uday Kumar, over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes you are.
You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Golden Words by Mahatma Gandhi. Dear MBO Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and my dear lovely children, a pleasant good evening. Knowing your leadership style does matters a lot. But how many of us really get an opportunity to understand our leadership style? To unleash my leadership style, I was reading through magazines, I went into some learning podcasts, and I literally went to Jerry bookstore to read some books. But knowingly or unknowingly, we practice some leadership traits from our parents, from the wife, from colleagues, and from friends as well. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was said to be an able leader and got a principle of non-violence. The inspiration, what he felt around with Indians was truly commendable. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, I truly admire him. Why? Because he being a Barrett Law qualified person, but you understand his simplicity and the inspiration which he transferred around. He is an altruistic person. An altruistic person is a selfless soul, you can say in general. To name a few on this selfless soul, you can still say Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, and so on. Actually speaking, there are almost like 8 styles of leadership. I was reading around all these styles and I was thinking around which style I do possess. This was being helpful to the project to know my leadership style. It was ranking up with higher quantity how much my leadership styles are. I want to give you an idea that I followed all the tricks, but I'm able to see that some of the styles are just going in general, weaving around. To start with, the leadership styles are authoritative, affiliative, altruistic, bureaucratic, coaching, democratic, innovative, patient. All this looks like a jargon, isn't it? Especially when I looked into and read through this, I was looking the same. But the bureaucratic thing was really catchy for me. I was thinking about my wife. Immediately, the bureaucratic word came in. This was the one practiced me during this pandemic. Toastmasters of the day, you've been having the relevant topic today to choose this pandemic. And during this pandemic style, I was learning through this leadership style from my wife, sincerely. The important thing was bureaucracy. You know what was happening? She was instructing me every now and then, giving a pace setting. This is the time for you to go and clean the utensils. This is the time for you to mop the floor. And this is the time for you just to educate the kids. The online meeting is going to start. Go around and go with the Zoom meeting. She was giving me such sort of instruction, and I could be able to learn and go around. All the husbands do listen to this, especially during this pandemic. There is no other way, of course. But what was happening with me was this bureaucratic principle. I was practicing this and going around and doing it in my work. I'm being a process safety division guy. I was explaining this, the process safety rules, do's and don'ts to my fellow colleagues. They become self-quarantine of their own. You know what happened? This bureaucratic principle was not working with me for my colleagues. So what I did, I've been turning to a leadership style called coaching. The coaching is something like an affiliative type leadership, also go hand in hand, where you become a team player and you will drive through along with them. Coaching leadership style does gives me an important example I want to mention you was this pandemic was giving me an opportunity to study along with my kid. My daughter was reading through Scratch programming. Scratch programming, for fellow Toastmasters, you've been knowing it. It is a programming which is being introduced by MIT USA, and it is free for everyone. This programming code language is a little bit tough for the beginners. My daughter was reading through, but she was going along with me. What I did, I was learning through these softwares, especially from the YouTube, and I got those knowledge and I derived the knowledge and transferred it immediately to my daughter. My daughter was observing this leadership quality and she was mentioning me, you've been a best coach. For the coach, you just want to remember one thing. You want to transfer your experience and skill to your fellow being. This is what happened. Of course, the other thing which came to me was authoritative leadership. This one is something, again, I want to quote along with my wife. This I practiced only one time. I told my wife was bureaucratic, but authoritative, I practiced it only one time. What happened with me? My wife got a recent job with an international school being here. And she was in a dilemma because she was feeling ill during that time. She wanted to join the job or not to join. And she was seeking an advice from me. Truly, it was seeking an advice. So what I told her, just do one thing. The kids are very small and my younger kid was also not feeling good. So I told, drop the offer and better you'll be getting a later offer. And she was not happy at the initial period of time, but she made an immediate attempt just to drop the offer. And she's still looking into me every day when this offer or anything else comes in and she blames it on me. That's a different subject alone. But going into this practice, I could able to see different leadership style I just possess on. Coaching, altruistic personality, affiliative, and authoritative and bureaucratic. All these personality traits, of course, everyone does possess. To name it, I want to mention the 9th type of leadership style, which is called situational leadership. Toastmasters, please understand, you want to act clearly with your leadership style during any situation. A situation can be anything coming up to you. So you want to practice it exactly what you want to go with. Leaders are not born, they are made. I want to end up with a phrase mentioning that. You never know what results come from your actions, but if you do nothing, you never know what are the results made. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you so much for the wonderful speech, Toastmaster Uday Kumar. Moving on, our fourth speaker for the day is a mechanical engineer with MBA in Sales and Marketing, currently working as a regional manager with Wellflow Gulf. He says that the best thing that has happened to him during the pandemic is that he could spend quality time with his family, especially his son who came to KSA on his 45th birthday. Toastmaster Manoj Kumar, he is attempting his project 1 from project 1 level 4 of the pathways. The evaluator for his speech is Toastmaster Vijay Kumar. Could you please, Toastmaster Vijay, could you please explain the objectives of his speech?
Sure. Good evening, Toastmasters Day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Toastmaster Manoj is attempting level 4 pathway project 1. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice developing a change management plan. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of a change management plan. Time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay Kumar. Toastmaster Manoj?
Yes. Am I audible?
Can you please repeat your title of the speech?
Manage change. Manage
Sorry?
change. Manage change.
Yeah. Manage change. Okay. Toastmaster Manoj Kumar, the title of the speech is Manage Change, and over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
How do we start a speech generally? A quote or a question, right? What if we make a change to this? Have any of you thought about it? Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, a very good evening to all. Currently, I am going through a transition to discover the hidden potential in me, a transition to understand and add value to my life so that tomorrow when I go back and meet people in the society, I must be capable enough to impart these values to them. In Toastmasters Club, we all are here to groom ourselves as a leader and more than that, a good individual. So, as a Toastmaster, I would like you all to understand by our own example because that is the easiest one we can quote. Let me take the example of prepared speeches section in our Toastmasters program. In the Toastmasters pathways is designed in such a way where the person is supposed to prepare himself or herself for the speech and deliver it in front of the audience. But for me, preparedness and prepared speech section, I would like to look at it in a different way. Well, it's my personal opinion. There could be multiple views in that. Or many of you might have a different opinion, but as I said, it's just my opinion, which I would like to put it in front of you. When I look at prepared speech section, I always see preparedness bifurcate into two parts, getting prepared and being prepared. Let me repeat, getting prepared and being prepared. There is a very thin line in between to understand the difference. I believe the whole of Toastmasters program teaches us always to be prepared instead of getting prepared. But many of us unknowingly try to get prepared for the speech. Let me explain to you a bit more in detail. Being in this Toastmasters program, my experience has been that I prepare for a speech, say for 4 or 5 days, and then come and deliver it in front of the audience. And what has been the result? The result has been that I've been an effective communicator, but with the condition that I have to prepare myself too much before delivering any speech. So that's something like I'm getting prepared for a particular speech to be presented on a particular event or a session. But Toastmasters teaches us always to be prepared. Whenever you come across any kind of obstacles, or I would say whenever you come across an opportunity in life, you must be the first one to go and grab it. That's where Toastmasters, the whole of Toastmasters program comes into play. It teaches us to be prepared. Also, when we confront with some obstacles or any issues or problems in our daily life, we must be prepared and happily accept them as a challenge and overcome those problems. That will happen only when we change from getting prepared to be prepared. Unforeseen conditions in life are like uninvited guests, right? They come all of a sudden. So we would be in the prepared, if we are in the be prepared mode, only then we'll be able to face those situations. That's the reason why, as I said, we must move from getting prepared mode to be prepared mode. Getting prepared can make you win any particular event or a contest, a competition, whereas being prepared will always help you groom your personality. What I have been trying to bring to you all today is that the changes or the strengths that we are going to bring in should not become our weakness. If you are preparing too much and without preparedness, if you cannot speak, then I believe your strength is turning into your weakness. So don't prepare too much, rather have those ideas in mind, take up those ideas and develop the capability to express them in front of the audience. So this is the change we all are going through now. Whenever there is a change in our life or in the society, we must always have the understanding on how to use it. Because if we don't have that, the same changes which is meant to build our strength will turn into our weakness. I'm sure we all have this in mind and would go forward in life. With that note, let me conclude wishing you all a happy learning and a happy speaking. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj, for that wonderful speech. So we come to the end of prepared speech session. We will have polling for best speaker. Madam Toastmaster Sheetal, could you please
yeah, Toastmaster of the day first, please call for the timers report.
Okay. Madam Toastmaster Vasanti, could you please present your report of these 4 speakers?
Yeah. Good evening again, Toastmasters. Toastmaster Woman take 6 minutes 50 seconds. Toastmaster Sangeeta has taken 8 minutes 21 seconds, and Toastmaster Uday 6 minutes 35 seconds, and Toastmaster Manoj 7 minutes 14 seconds. I think Sangeeta is not in the polling, and can you please guide 7 minutes 14 seconds? Is it valid or? Can we
14:14 or 40?
14:14.
7 minute. Yeah, qualified.
Qualified. So then, yeah, except Sangeeta, Toastmaster Sangeeta, remaining 3 are qualified.
Yeah, can you repeat the time for Toastmaster woman?
Toastmaster woman, 6 minutes, 50 seconds, 50.
Yeah, so he is also disqualified. I think Toastmaster Uday and Toastmaster Manoj are qualified.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Qualified, no?
No, it's icebreaker speech, right? So 5 minutes, 6 minutes, right?
Ah,
Yeah.
5 to 7. Yeah.
Yeah, please give me a minute. I just edit the poll according to the timer's report.
Okay, thank you. Over to you.
I would like to invite Madam Toastmaster Saira. She will pick. She is the table topic she is conducting table topics for today. I'll introduce her later after the break, but she's going to pick the speakers for table topics before the break. Madam Toastmaster Saira, if you could please do that.
Yeah. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Rupa. Yeah, I would like to announce the names now so that you'll be prepared after the break. DTM Ajit, Toastmaster Angappa. I think Madam Toastmaster Rupa has joined from India. Rupa, are you there? Rupa, can you just confirm? I think she's there in the group, isn't it? She's joined, I think.
She's in the group, but I think
in the
Amit
group,
is away.
But better
But
to
she's
get
not.
confirmation from the people whom you're calling.
Okay, then Toastmaster Angappa I have asked, and DTM Ajit I'm not asking, I'm taking the liberty of telling him. Then our past president, Anup, you're there?
Oh, yes,
Toastmaster
I'm there.
Anup?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm
you'll
there,
be there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And our guest to be member today, Suryaji, be inviting you also. And what about our other guest, Toastmaster Keshav? It would be great if you would also join.
Yeah, okay.
Can I
Okay.
get your confirmation? Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
okay.
you. So I'll repeat the names again. DTM Ajit, Toastmaster Angappa, Toastmaster Anup, Toastmaster, I can call him Toastmaster because he's going to become a member today, or guest for the last time, Mr. Suryaji, and Toastmaster Keshav, 5 of them. Thank you so much, and over to you, Madam Toastmaster Rupa.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Saira. Toastmaster Sheetal, if you could please launch the poll.
Is it visible?
No.
Yes. Card.
5 more seconds to go. All have not yet voted. I request everyone, please cast your vote. Still 9 members are left to vote. Okay, thank you. Now I'm closing the poll. Yeah, back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sheetal. We will take a break of 10 minutes now and return after the break for table topic session.
Yeah, Toastmaster,
Can you hear me?
Better announce the time. We'll meet at 8:20. Is it okay?
Yeah, 8:20. Okay, we'll meet. Now the time is 8:13. We will meet at 8:20 then.
Yeah, better. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Hi, Rupa. How are you?
Hi, sir. Good to see you. I goofed up.
No, don't worry. It happens, It
No,
happens to
after that
everyone.
also the entire sequence is going somewhat. I'm not able to make out what has to be done first, timer or polling or what is it.
It happens. It happens. So, I mean, it's better in certain kind of, my only thing is that whenever such online meetings are there, it is better to minimize the reliance on these softwares and stuff like that, and better be vocal in your explanation and stuff.
I
So
want to play that
you
video
can be.
because with so much of interest, we have made that video. Maybe by the end of the meeting, I'll just play for 5 minutes. It's just
All
3-minute
right.
video, so I'll play it at the end. That's it. From next
Yeah.
time, I'll make sure that I don't.
Madam Sheetal, can you make me the co-host? Madam Sheetal, can you make me the co-host?
Yes, sir. Which account you want me to make a co-host?
I'm not sure. Maybe both. That's better.
DJ Woman, which account you want me to make co-host?
Can you make it both? I'm not sure which one is. Oh,
okay. Yes. Please check now.
Good evening, Toastmaster Anup. How are you?
Yes, yes. I'm good. Doing great.
Pleasure to hear from you. Actually, I cannot see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, now.
Yes, I can see.
That's better.
Yeah. Hi.
So how are
Nice
you,
to see our
Anupananda,
members
Swamiji?
from India.
It's good, sir. Good. Going good. So since it is online meeting, it's good. So it's a blessing again to join back.
Yeah, I am also in India. For your information, you know that.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like that because even before we were having Zoom meetings.
Yeah, that's advantage. So it's almost like we are around every time.
Yes, sir.
So distance has got no meaning now.
No meaning, yes. Now you're in home quarantine, right, for 2 weeks?
Yes. No, I think there is a new possibility to have a COVID test done after 7 days, and then if it is negative, you're free.
Oh, okay.
But hardly any freedom in this part of the world because there are so much of cases around. It's pretty scary everywhere. It's Section 144 declared. So you can't really have that freedom to the full extent as you want. What do you do? There's nothing, like no public places open, no cinema, nothing.
And from last 1 week, there is a spike is there in Kerala.
Terrific spike. Yeah, it is really going uncontrolled right now.
Yeah.
But
so how is it in Chennai?
Chennai, once the lockdown is released, now we are getting around 1,400 cases every day.
Okay.
Only Chennai.
Yes.
How was your flight, Ajit sir?
Oh my God, the flight is something which I wanted to put it into a speech. Really, maybe like it could be like, suddenly I was thinking of probably this can be a speech. So, but it is, thankfully we had taken the front seat. We paid a little extra for that. And because of that, our row, only 2 of us were there in the 3-seat row. Pretty cramped up flight. Everyone was. We were quite, when we went in, we just had only one mask, But in the airport itself, he saw that people were just getting ready for the flight with all the disposable coveralls, surgical mask, and on top of that, N95 mask, full face shield, head being covered. It's like you're going into some kind of a nuclear reactor or something. That's the way people are getting prepared. It's a very strange sight.
Before boarding the flight, you mean, sir?
Yeah, before boarding the flights itself, people are getting ready. And inside they had, each seat had its own, they had, for those people who did not have those coveralls and all that, they had provided, especially for the middle seat guys. But I took a round in the flight. I saw that the flight was full and everyone was sitting quiet, fully, covered in the white disposable. It was like people are escaping some nuclear holocaust or something.
The operation theater or something.
It's crazy, man. I mean, that look was crazy, absolutely. And there is no attendance, attendees. I'm sorry, what do you call it? Those stewards and those people who come, no, the air hostesses and all. They were not there. They were just, they said, like, they kept on announcing that this is a special flight. You don't expect any services.
No, food is not there.
They gave food in. That was also I just saw one pack lying on my seat. But we had food before boarding the flight itself because we're not anticipating anything.
DTM Aman, can you check you have a co-host now? Are you able
I
to
think
share
it's
your...
working. I think let me.
It's 8:20, so let us start. DTM Woman, please check your...
Is it okay? Are you able to see the white screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Fellow Toastmasters, welcome back after a short break. Now to conduct the table topic session, we have a charming lady who is the immediate past president and a special educator at Indian School. Madam Toastmaster Saira, welcome. According to her, when I asked her what is the one impact of Corona on her life, she said that she has stopped taking things for granted. Her perspective towards life has completely changed. She has learned to appreciate small things in life. Although there are many negatives to this pandemic, she likes to only embrace the positive side of it. Madam Toastmaster Saira, could you please start with your table topic session for the day?
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupa, for that flattering introduction. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, a warm good evening to you all. As we know, one of the most good evening. As we all know, one of the most exciting session of a Toastmaster meeting, or what most of the members look forward and the guests look forward to, is the table topic session, where one has to answer unrehearsed questions, and that is the biggest challenge. Participating in table topics imbues oneself with self-confidence and is the best way to get rid of stage fear. Table topic sessions are specially designed to develop your essential communication skills. That is listening, thinking, organizing, and then speaking. So without wasting more of your time, I have 5 topics with me, which I will be sharing on the screen. I will be inviting some of our Toastmasters and guests to speak on the topics. The time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on the upper limit. So remember, this is for the benefit of the guests. Remember, at 1 minute, the green light will be shown. At 1.5 minutes, the yellow light. And finally, at 2 minutes, the red light. Our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rupa, gave us a wonderful quote. When life gives you lemons, You can either make a sore face or make lemonade. The choice is yours. Yes, my dear Toastmasters and guests, nowadays, every day is a challenge. And speaking from personal experience, some days you feel totally out of sorts when you get up in the morning. But in such situations, from personal experience, I have found that reading an inspirational quote or a message lifts my spirits and makes me feel optimistic and makes me feel more positive about my future. So today, I would like to give you some quotes which I feel will be interesting and relevant in the present situation. So, are you all ready to start? Are you ready? So here comes the first quotation. And to start, we have our DTM Ajit. So here comes the first one. DTM Ajit. The first, DTM woman, will you be sharing the screen? Can I say? The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide you're not going to stay where you are. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide you're not going to stay where you are. DTM Ajit, and please pin the timer, that is Toastmaster Vasanthi, and then start.
Can you take the screen out, the screen off? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then now I can see the timer. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and Madam Toastmaster, Madam Table Topic Master, for giving me this opportunity. Yes, deciding to not to stay at one place is the first step towards your chances of going somewhere in life. And well, when I came to Saudi Arabia many years back, 18 years back, my target was to move out of Saudi Arabia after 3 years. So many people said, like, this never happens. And it happened in my case also. But every time there was a feeling within me that at some point in time, I have to move out. I have to go for either a better job or a better reason, so better settlement. After 18 years, it became another chance for me to move out of Saudi Arabia. And that's exactly what happened. And this time, this is for a better reasons for life. And I'm feeling that today. So when somebody asked me, close your eyes, and what do you feel about it? I said, I felt I don't know, feeling snug and, homely. That's what I was feeling. For even this point, I'm not sure whether I'm going to be here for lifelong. This is just every time you come to a stage of a life, like women said, there is a complacency sets in, and realize that this is a complacency has set in, and this is the time for you to work on yourself. And that's the time when you try to improve yourself to reach at a different level. So deciding not to stay at one place is the first requirement to go places, and generally moving upward, whether it is in career, whether it is in life, whether it is in your personality or self-actualization. So never stay at one place. Go places, go upward, and find your destiny. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, DTM Ajit. Yes, what you said is very true. We can only succeed in life if we keep moving and keep going upwards. Thank you. Now, the next speaker will be Toastmaster Angappa. Your topic, the past is your lesson. The present is your gift. The future is your motivation. The past is your lesson. The present is your gift. The future is your motivation. Toastmaster Angappa. Please pin your timer, Toastmaster Angappa, Toastmaster Vasanthi. Toastmaster Angappa? Yeah, yeah.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The topic is the past is a lesson and present is a gift and future is motivation. Yes, in today's life, what I am feeling now is the lessons which I have learned before are helping me to live the present, to face the present situations. Before, I might have gone through tough phases, but those are the lessons which are helping me today to live a life peacefully. Yes, present is a gift. Of course, this present moment, we will never get this moment in any way in future. So this is a gift. The time which we have passed now is past. We are not getting in future. So present is a gift and we need to utilize this time properly so that our future will be more happy. If we are not utilizing this properly, then we will face problems and we will be unhappy in our future. Then the future is motivation. Yes, if we have some positivity and positive thinking about our future, then we are motivated to work in present situation. If we don't have any hopes on our future, then we will not work now also and our life will be miserable. So we need to have a positive sides on our futures, which will motivate us to do better and help and lead the present life in a fruitful way. And that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Very well attempted, Toastmaster Angappa. It's true. We should learn from our past, consider our present as a gift, and feel motivated about our future. The next speaker is our guest, Toastmaster Keshav. The topic is, if you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else first. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else first. Toastmaster Keshav, please pin the timer, Madam Toastmaster Vasanthi, and then start. Over to you.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters. Good evening, one and all. Yes, to grow self, we have to lift our fellow persons. The only way to success, the only way to grow is to life, learn and grow. When ourselves want to grow, we have to grow with our family, with our dependents. Same thing with our colleagues in the company. For an example, in our company, I was a supervisor. With my dedication of work, I promoted to a manager. The same time, my position is vacant. But my work attitude is depend how I teach my colleagues and my subordinates. When my position vacant, my subordinate has to be promoted to my position. The overall success comes, that depends on the surrounding. So nowadays, when there is an evaluation, the performance evaluation in a year, before only it was asking to the managers. They were giving the evaluation points, but later it come to the 360-degree evaluation. So it asking to the subordinates as well, how they are giving the feedback to the promotion or promotion of the person. Same thing, they are asking the question to the other department peoples who are integrated to the same person. So I believe and I support that to grow self, we have to support and grow our helping to the subordinates and fellow peoples to grow with ourselves. Same thing, when the village is growing, then the state can grow, and the state grows, then the nation can grow. That's the quotation. Thank you. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Keshav. Thank you. Excellent attempt. I hope you join our club. I'm sure you really wonderful. And the way you gave an example, indeed. Congratulations. And now our next table topic speaker, the immediate past president, Toastmaster Anup. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Toastmaster Anu, please pin the timer. Toastmaster Vasanthi, over to you.
We make a living what we get. Obviously, yes, I totally agree to it. Everyone here, we make our life, we make our living with what we get. At the same time, the life is what we give to others. Table topic master and distinguished guests, warm good evening. So the life is something different from living. Living is a day-to-day activity. We need to live. We are just to survive is living, right? So definitely for living, we do with what we get. But life is something different. The life is what we give to others. Life is what we give to our families. The life is what we give to our friends. Life is what we give to our society. The life is something much, much bigger. We take things about our future. The life is we give to our future generations. So definitely one has to give to others so that he can live his life. So with this, I'm telling you, if you want someone to really live in this world, once he has to give it. There is a saying, the person who has given will never become poor. So anything here, even in Toastmaster is one of the best example. In Toastmaster, we give when speaker is speaking, we will correct them. We are giving them. So actually, the more you give, the more you learn, and that's the life. Wherever you go, anywhere in this world. So to have a life, one has to give. Without giving, there is no life. Over to table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anup. What you said is so true. Yes, we make a life only by giving. And now, coming to the last topic, I would like to invite our guests who will be becoming a member today, Mr. Suryaji. The topic is, it is not the years in your life that counts. It is the life in your years. It is not the years in your life that counts. It is the life in your years. Toastmaster Suryaji, please pin the timer. Madam Toastmaster Vasanthi, over to you.
Good evening, everybody. Last time it was good. It was having just a picture. It was so this time words are there. So okay, it is there that it is not the years in the life. It's true because that means you cannot say that how many years. That means experience does not count from number of years, how many years he has worked for, and all those things. It only comes from how you lead the life, how you understand the things better. So I think that's it. Next time.
Good. I mean, that's how you start. It's nothing, you start and you got the picture, just add on to it. That's all. Very well attempted. And that brings us to the end of the table topic session. I'm really happy that all the speakers spoke on it. And I chose topics which I felt will be very relevant to the present situation. And I hope everybody enjoyed it. Now, Madam Toastmaster Vasanthi, can I have your report?
Yes, ma'am. Very good evening once again. DTM Ajitra took 2 minutes and Toastmaster Ankappa took 1 minute 40 seconds and Toastmaster Keshavarao took 2 minutes 20 seconds and Toastmaster Anup 2 minutes 6 seconds and Toastmaster Suryaji took 50 seconds. I think except Suryaji, all are qualified.
Okay.
We can consider 2 minutes 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, up to 2 minutes 30 seconds is okay.
Yeah, and then except Suryaji, Toastmaster Suryaji, all are qualified.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Madam Toastmaster Sheetal, can you display the ballot sheet? I request all our members to cast their votes. Toastmaster Sheetal, please indicate when the time is over.
Five more seconds to go. Now I'm ending the poll. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vasanthi and Toastmaster Sheetal. Dear Toastmasters, I hope you enjoyed this table topic session. And I would like to thank our VP Education, Toastmaster Sheetal, for giving me this opportunity. Before I take leave, I would like to leave you with a favorite quote of mine. We can make ourselves miserable or make ourselves strong. We can make ourselves miserable or make ourselves strong. The choice is ours. Over to you, Toastmaster Rupa.
Wow, Madam Toastmaster Saira, that was very beautifully conducted, and we got to hear a lot of quotes, very inspiring quotes, I must say. Moving on, we will have evaluation session now. Evaluation is considered to be very important, valuable part of Toastmasters journey. To conduct this evaluation session, we have our general evaluator, who is a very soft-spoken Toastmaster, Toastmaster Vail Murugan. Could you please take up your role as general evaluator for the day? Toastmaster Vail Murugan.
Yes. Thanks, Toastmaster of the Day, Rupa. Thanks for your nice words of introduction. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, especially the guests who are joined from India, DTM Ajit Kumar, Toastmaster Anup, Toastmaster Angappa, Sharan. Please welcome for this meeting, and it is an honor for us to welcome you for this meeting. The evaluation starts from the human evolution. We started evaluating ourselves, our peers, our family members, our food, our accommodation facilities, the day-to-day life usage facilities to evolve in a better way. So a better evaluation gives a better evolvement. To conduct the evaluation today, we have very experienced Toastmasters with us. And to conduct the first speaker, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Arun Vasan. Arun Vasan is our veteran Toastmaster, very soft-spoken, well-talented and experienced Toastmaster. He is working as the operation manager in Bureau Veritas. Please let me welcome Toastmaster Arun Vasan to evaluate DTM Woman Thomas. Toastmaster Arun Vasan.
Thank you, General Evaluator of the Day, and I have the timer, yes, and I can see Uma Thoman also. Am I audible, friends?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, thank
Yes.
you. Okay, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and good evening, Toastmaster Uma Thomas, DTM Uma Thomas. And I was, I have been your fan for a very long time, and when I joined Toastmasters, you were already into your advanced speeches, and I couldn't see your icebreaker, which I desperately wanted to see. And I think it's only a twist of fate, or maybe I'm the fortunate one that I was able to see your icebreaker today. And right from the word go, you were pretty cool, you were confident, you were relaxed, you were so refreshing, and you didn't look like you were out of touch for such a long time. And the flow was there, the what do you call, the grace was there. Everything was almost perfect. And, the speech also had the perfect blend, to have a good food end of the day. Everything should be in the right proportion. So when you started off your speech, you started with the humor part of it when you were talking about your rankings in your school and that you weren't doing so well. And then you became, and then when you introduced or when you brought in your mother with the cancer part, and that's where you brought that emotion part and you made the situation look a bit serious. And then later on, when you had to keep on shifting jobs because things were not going as per your plan and you were willing to fight it out, sweat it out, and you went for that. And when you went on to close it with the right points and things were smooth, I really enjoyed it. And at the end of the day, I was truly motivated. I just have two suggestions to make. Number one, I think you were a tad slow today. I don't know why. Maybe it is a bit of rust here and there, or I don't know, but an iron man like you shouldn't get rusty. It should come to you smoothly. So probably that's why you missed the timer part also. The second part was that I felt that, and this has been in my mind for a long time. I once saw you, you had dressed up like a woman in one of our get-togethers in the family plan, and I was really shocked to see you in that particular dress. And that showed a lot of courage and, the open-mindedness you had to go for that particular kind of an attire. So my suggestion is that, you tend to, take things a bit too seriously. You probably put in a lot of restrictions on you. Today, you are like, your modulation, your voice modulation, expression, everything was fantastic. It was a typical textbook type of an speech. My only, this one is that, sometimes if you could just use your heart, if you can just loosen up and, just relax, and then probably break in those small rules and then just let it flow. Maybe we can see a speech which we haven't seen so far. That's all from me. A great speech. I'm sure that you have one more DTM on the way. Thanks. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arun Vasan. To evaluate our next speaker, we have very talented Toastmaster, our club's past president, Toastmaster Abhilash. Please let us welcome Toastmaster Abhilash to evaluate the speaker, Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, and Madam Toastmaster Sangeeta, good evening to all of you. Madam Toastmaster Sangeeta, you have made innovative, interesting, and brilliant attempt to travel through the history of emotions. History of emotions. It's a beautiful subject. And the emotion is what makes us human. That's what you told. And that means emotion itself has got a history, and there is a lot of things to explore there. And that is the positive thing of your speech. It was so fresh. The idea which is not often used in our speech projects. You have explored a very different or not or unused area for this research topic. It was a well-researched speech, so much of information about different colors, different styles, emotions in different centuries, and a lot of information we got from your speech. That was second good point of your speech. And of course, you are always confident about your speech and your presentation. The style of your speech, vocabulary, everything, as usual, went well. So these are the beautiful, good points about your speech. Talking about the improvements about your speech, what I can say is that there is a difference between speech and display of information. Your today's presentation was more on to display of information with your, explanation than the speech. Why? Because the speech should evoke some emotion in the audience, and there should be a connection between the speaker and the audience. It can be any emotion, but there should be some emotion so that the speech will be remembered and it will evoke some emotion in the audience. So that was missing in this speech. Second part is there were a lot of information. So because of a lot of information overshot the time, and the things, when it is loaded more, even the audience cannot remember all of the things. So if you could have a different approach on the same speech with hand-picked emotions in different countries and different, era, and added some storyline to it, it would have evoked some emotions and we could have remembered your speech, in a better way. A slight different approach on the same speech would have been better, in my humble opinion. Otherwise, your speech was excellent as usual, and we could see, or we could, just understand many new words like debasement. I'm weak. I don't know whether I'm spelling it correct, but even Google, when I was searching, it is really difficult to find. So the research part you did very well, and I appreciate that. Full credit for that. Looking forward to your next project. Over to you, Toastmaster Velmurugan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. To evaluate our next speaker, we have our President Toastmaster, who is an instrument and control engineer working in Marafik. Very soft-spoken Toastmaster. Toastmaster Arun Shankar. Toastmaster Arul Shankar. Help me to welcome Toastmaster Arul Shankar to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Uday Kumar.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Leaders are made, not born. That is the reason we are here in Toastmasters. Dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests, a warm good evening, a special good evening to Toastmaster Uday. Congratulations for successfully completing Project 1 in Level 2. It was a speech imbued with confidence and little humor. Now, let me analyze your speech in terms of structure, content, and delivery. Your speech had an introduction, body, and conclusion. In the introduction part, you connected to the audience very well by quoting Mahatma Gandhi. Recently, on October 2nd, we celebrated his Jayanti, so it could connect the audience. The quote was, "Better be the change that you wish to see in this world." There was a smooth transition from the introduction to the body. In the body, you sprinkled humor here and there by discussing the leadership styles of your wife. You talked about all the 8 leadership styles, and then you told us the leadership styles you possess. Almost from the speech, I came to know that you are possessing 5 leadership styles out of 8 in this manual, said in this manual. And from the body, there was a smooth transition to conclusion. In conclusion, you again connected well to the audience by telling a call for action. Like, you won't see the results unless you start. Again, quoting Mahatma Gandhi. Your strengths are your confidence, and I could see voice modulation in the speech. Having said that, I have few recommendations to take your speech to the next level. In my humble opinion, I feel you could have taken a long pending issue in your home and the leadership style which you followed to overcome that. And second, the body language. Both the hands were tied up. To put it down, like, you have been a better presentation. So if you can implement all these recommendations, you can take your speech to the next level. Thank you. Over to Alleviate.
Thank you. Sorry, there is a technical trouble. Sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster Arul Shankar. To evaluate our next speaker, we would like to invite the young DTM of Arabian Toastmasters Club, our past president, who is always getting the awards in all the Toastmaster Toastmaster meetings as well as Toastmasters programs. Help me to welcome Toastmaster DTM Vijay Kumar to evaluate the speaker, Toastmaster Manoj Kumar. DTM Vijay Kumar.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator, the Toastmasters and guests. Good evening, and good evening in particular to Toastmaster Manoj. Toastmaster Manoj, let me first kindly just remind everyone of your speech objectives. The purpose of the speech project is for the member to practice developing a change management plan. And the purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspects of a change management plan. And in the notes to the evaluator, what I'm supposed to look for in your speech is that you will be giving a specific information about the plan. And also, you will, in part of this project, you will develop a change management plan about anything real or hypothetical in your current or past and any group that it might affect. So let me go over and evaluate and see how your speech today, went about meeting the objectives of your project. I've listened to a lot of your speeches, over the past couple of meetings, and you always come up with very philosophical, very thought-provoking speeches. And today was no different. You brought in a lot of quotations, a lot of personal opinions about change, about what you want to see, to be a better person, become a better leader, and that is where you want to see change yourself into. And you brought about I think the main concept that you were trying to highlight is from change from getting prepared to being prepared. And you spent a lot of time about, explaining the differences between the two and why it is important for us to make this transition. So well done. Today, you were very confident. You were, your thoughts and your ideas were well articulated. And as usual, you're a very confident speaker, and I can see you becoming an inspirational, motivational speaker. So that way, amazing job. But when it comes to the objectives of your speech today, I felt you were sort of you missed the objective a little bit. so your change was going from getting prepared to being prepared, and what I was expecting to see is some specific plan that you are keeping in place to make that change. You know, what is the plan? Because your project is that you want to do some change. So this speech is about setting the plan to make that change, and I'm sure the next next speech in this project will be of how you achieve that change, right? So you need to think about what is the objective asking for you. I believe this is what your project 4 is going to be, that you set a goal of what you want to change, and this speech is supposed to introduce us to that the change you're going to make, and then the upcoming projects or upcoming speeches will ask you to say how you've achieved that. So I sort of feel that this speech did not meet that objective of how you're going to accomplish from being a getting prepared speaker to a being prepared speaker. So just think about it in your future projects, and then keep in mind of the objective. Otherwise, well done, and over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay. To evaluate the table topics, we have a fun-loving homemaker who is having a master's in computer applications, aspired in public speaking, exploration, and learning. Help me to welcome Madam Toastmaster Vijay Uday to evaluate the table topic speakers. Madam Toastmaster Vijay Uday.
Am I audible? Thank you, General Evaluator, for the nice introduction. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, a warm good evening to all. Our first table topic speaker, DTM Ajit Kumar. You started with a personal experience. You perfectly stood on the topic. The brilliant attempt, sir, with your charming smile, as usual. My humble recommendation for you is, as experienced Toastmaster, you would have structured your speech nicely, like a proper opening and conclusion. Otherwise, it was an excellent attempt. Our second table topic speaker, Toastmaster Angappa. Elegantly get into the topic, great attempt, and you could see the nice confidence level in your face and in your speech also. Add with the timing. My humble recommendation for you is, you no need to repeat a topic. You can directly start your speech. Our third table topic speaker, Toastmaster Kesar. A great start. As a new member, you just nicely start with your life experience. We liked it so much. I could see the nice motivational words in your speech. And my humble recommendation for you is, keep practice, and you would be a good table topic speaker in future. There was no doubt about that. Our fourth table topic speaker, Toastmaster Anu. What a positive start. You analyzed your topic in a professional way. You spoke successfully, and your conclusion was awesome. My humble recommendation for you is, you shared our Toastmaster example. So instead of that, you would have shared your personal life example. Otherwise, it was a great and fantastic attempt. Our last table topic speaker, Toastmaster Surya. You started your speech with a nice confidence level, but you would have attempted well. Actually, we are expecting more from you, sir. And my humble recommendation for you is, no need to get tension. We are like a family only. So keep practice, and hope we will listen your table topic next time in a much better way. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Dear Toastmasters, let us give a thunderous round of applause to our all evaluators. Thank you, Toastmasters. Please let us get the timers report, please.
Yes, good evening again.
Yes, ma'am.
Toastmaster Arun Vasan took 2 minutes 22 seconds. Toastmaster Abhilash took 2 minutes 7 seconds. And Toastmaster Arul Shankar took 2 minutes 54 seconds. And DTM Vijay took 3 minutes 14 seconds, 1-4. And Toastmaster Vijay took 2 minutes 20 seconds, 27 seconds. I think except DTM Vijay, all are qualified. And
Thank
can you,
you.
2 minutes 30 seconds is the qualification time, right? Can you please guide me?
Yeah, VP Education.
It's 3 minutes 30.
Yeah, yes.
3 minutes 30 seconds?
Yes.
Actually, the allowed time is 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Is period of 30 seconds on the upper side.
So please guide me. I couldn't get, sir. So 3 minutes 14 seconds. Is it qualified or not? Please just guide me there.
Max is 3 minutes 30 seconds. So 3 minutes 14 is okay.
Okay, sir. So
1
then
4 or 1 4 or 40.
1-4, 1-4. It's 1-4.
Yeah, then it's okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Qualified.
So then everyone qualified. Thank you, sir. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. I would like to request the vote counter to cast the ballot, electronic ballot.
Yeah, I activated. Please cast your vote. In next 5 seconds, I will end the poll. Thank you everyone for your voting. I'm back to you, General Evaluator.
Thanks, madam. I would like to request the grammarian and word master to provide his report.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for this wonderful opportunity. Good evening, Toastmaster, once again. And today I appreciate for two Toastmasters that used the word of the day. That is Toastmaster Ravish. He used it in a simple past, imbued, and Toastmaster Uday. He has used the word of the day, imbued, in adjective format, imbued Toastmaster. Thank you so much. And if I missed any other Toastmasters use of the day, I will apologize. I'll take a note of it. Let me go into the to the good usage. Today we saw, I have noted down there is a plethora of good usage of language. And let me start with our president, Toastmaster Arul. He has used avoid doctors to meet special doctors. And our Toastmaster of the day stated to change the output, change the inputs. And further, first speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Oman Thomas, has stated transferable job and soft rhythmic words like soft, calm, and studious. And further to that, he has used steel prices plummeted, a nice usage. And let me go into the today our second speaker, Toastmaster Sangeeta, had. There is so much today. Only I know that emotion has so much of words, new words is buried under that particular. Emotion is what make you human. Terror when car skid, manifested by our algorithm, and minor axis of acts of chaos. So there is nice usage as well. And let me go into the third speaker. Toastmaster Uday has said reading around 8 style and thinking which is my style is a nice usage. And Toastmaster Manoj has used unforeseen condition in life. And our table topic master, Madam Toastmaster Saira, has used one have to answer unrehearsed question. And our Toastmaster Ajit has, distinguished Toastmaster Ajit has used complacency sets in. And Toastmaster Anu has used without giving there is no life, and Toastmaster Abhilash has used emotion got its own history. These are nice usage of the language today we have noted down, and there are enough of it. If I want to read the whole list, it will be take another 1 hour to submit the complete the report. With that, I will let me, with regard to the improvement, there are minor improvements only today I have noted in the meeting. Only suggestion I would like to suggest is sometimes we use extra words which is not necessary. For example, preparing too much. We would have a limit like saying well prepared is much better. Instead of go forward in life, we can say move forward in life is much better in usage. These are the minor improvement I thought it will be good to improve the language, but I noted here. Other than that, it's a great assignment. I enjoyed it. Thank you. I thank our VP Education President for giving this opportunity. With that, I'll conclude my report and return the lecture back to our general evaluator, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashik. I would like to request the R counter report, please.
Yeah, good evening once again. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. The accounter report is Toastmaster Rahul, 1 pause, 1 crutch. Toastmaster Rupa, 4 pauses and 6 crutches. Toastmaster Velmurugan, 1 pause, 3 crutches. Toastmaster Arun Vasan, 3 crutches. Toastmaster Abhilash, 2 crutches. Toastmaster Arul Shankar, 2 pauses, 1 crutches. Distinguished Toastmaster Vijay, 3 crutches. Toastmaster Uday, 1 crutches. Toastmaster Manoj Kumar, 1 pause and 4 crunches. Toastmaster Viji, 1 crunches. Toastmaster Muhammad Ashik, 1 crunches. Toastmaster Vasanti, 1 crunches. Distinguished Toastmaster Ajit, 1 crutches. Our guest Angappa, 2 pauses, 1 crutches. Toastmaster Kasaba Rao, 1 pause and 1 crutch. Toastmaster Anup, 3 crutches. And our guest Suryaji, 2 pauses and 2 crutches. That's the report. Over to you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravis. Now it's time for me to evaluate our today's meeting. The meeting started on time. We had some difficulties in the technical difficulties. It's okay. With the virtual meetings, it is inevitable, but we can try to improve upon it in the coming meetings. Otherwise, the meeting went well with a very good presentations of speakers and a very good evaluation session. We had a very nice table topic session, wonderful one. And otherwise, the meeting went well, and we would like to thank once again for the Toastmasters, DTM Ajit, Toastmaster Anup, and Toastmaster Angappa, who have joined our meeting from India. It shows their interest. Still our pillars, our Toastmaster Arabian pillars are with us. So thank you so much once again for DTM Ajit, Toastmaster Anup, and Toastmaster Angappa. Really, we are missing you. And I would like to conclude this general evaluation. And I would like to hand over the lectern to the Toastmaster of the Day. And I would like to thank the Toastmaster of the Day as well as the VP Education for giving me an opportunity to work as General Evaluator today. Thank you. Madam Toastmaster Rupa, please.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Velmurugan. You conducted it very beautifully it was all in one flow. Thank you so much for that. Moving on, we have a book introduction session. This has become a part of our club for a while now. Every meeting we try to introduce a book which can be, which of course it's a useful book, and it'll be recommended for you to read. Today we have Toastmaster Nilesh Verma to do that job. He is a chemical engineer working as senior project engineer with Sadara Chemicals since 2013. He says that COVID pandemic is caused due to climate change. So we better focus on climate change issue, else we will have many more diseases like COVID. That's true. Toastmaster Nilesh Verma, could we have the book introduction session from you? Toastmaster Nilesh?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. All can see my slides?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, all. Thank you, VP Education, for giving me an opportunity. Actually, it is my privilege that got chance to give back little to my club, where I learned a lot. In fact, learning a lot. Without waiting further, let me introduce book, as I have given only 5 minutes and advised to follow strictly for now this timeline of 5 minutes. And the book title is and the book title is Safety at the Sharp End, a guide to non-technical skills. Here, main author is Rohana Flynn. She is an industrial psychologist. Let me tell you first now how I introduced to this book. I was in one of the training about engineering project management, and when trainer has introduced this book, while we have some discussion about the human factor engineering, and same time I impressed with this book and immediately purchased. So it's such an interesting book. So just be with me for next another 4 minutes. Okay. So what this book is about? See, when things go wrong in a high risk organization, like you can see on the right side of you, right side of the slides, I have given few examples. The consequences can result in damage to human, equipment, and environment. Significant level of protection and redundancy are built into modern technical systems. But as the hardware and software have become increasingly reliable, the human contribution to accidents has become even more apparent, as we all know about this. Now, if you analyze in a number of industrial sectors, have indicated that up to 80% accident cause can be attributed to human factor, not the system failure. Yeah? And this means that manager also need to understand the human dimension to their operation, especially the behavior of those working on a safety critical task, the sharp end of the organization. So what this book is not about, it's not about group organization, it's about individual. It's not about personality, it's about behavior. It's not about soft skill, it's about technically relevant skill. So if I say in a straightforward guide, this book is a straightforward guide to 7 non-technical skills for maintaining the safe and efficient operation. Okay, so let me just have a first look to those 7 skills, what we are talking about in this book. Those are the situational awareness, decision making, managing stress, coping with fatigue, leadership, communication, and team working. So there are many skills, but why we come to this 7 only? So let me just go back to my previous slide. Just have a look to to the right hand side, the first picture. Yep, that is the Piper Alpha. Was an oil platform. Many of you aware, right? That platform destroyed in 1988 and killing of like 167 men. Many will never recover from the debris, no? And altogether there was loss of about like 1.7 billion. I'm not going into the detail of this incident, but when you see the root cause, no, the root cause was about while shift and there is a poor communication and leadership issue and all those things. So there was no technical failure. The human factor led to this catastrophic incident. The second you can see, that is the aviation industry. We have thousands of incidents, and we are now working outside our country, so we have seen this aviation industry accident very closely. So here, and this is the essence of this book, no, this aviation industry's accident. And why? Because no, in aviation industry we have very good proof that the voice recorder, we call it as a black box, but actually it's in a orange color. You can see I have given the picture over there. So what happened? No, based on this aviation industry accident, all psychologists have come out and find out now what are the error by human in all these accidents. Unfortunately, I don't know, you can see this the third picture or no? Yeah, there is one third picture. No, that is about the medical industry. Okay, so here also no, we have seen many incidents in the medical industries. Here I can show you one cartoon where no doctor reached to wrong operation room. And similar accident we have also seen, no, wrong kidney removed or chemotherapy given to some other patient and all like that way. So those kind of incident happened in medical and leads to this not a like a deficiency in the doctor education qualification or all those, but because of some communication gap or some other issues, they got into such kind of incident. And the last one is the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. It's a very infamous incident, right? Everybody knows about this one, and this is also a result of the what do you call human factor. Okay, so basically, from all those industries, different industries, we come out with this what do you call 7 non-technical skill, very important, common to all industries. So these first 2 are related to the cognitive skill. Second 2 is the managing stress and fatigue, is the personal capacity, and the last 3 leadership, communication, is team working. Okay, so this is all context of this book and what's in this book. So for all these 7 skills, very good model, scientific demonstration, importance, and know-how, and everything is given in each chapter. And in the second part, they have taken, it's a practical part. So they have taken one, let's say one operator, and for that operator, what is the skill required, and then the first to access that level and how to fill that gap, what kind of trainer and trainee, and that the complete the demonstration given into this second part of the book. And the star part of this book is there is lots of additional references, web references, as well as the reading references are given into this. So all in all, remember, human error in the work cannot be eliminated, but we can make a genuine attempt to minimize, trap, and mitigate the error. So I request all of you to read this book, available on a Kindle with like something called $40 price. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Toastmaster Nilesh, could you please stop sharing your screen? Toastmaster Nilesh, if you could please stop your screen sharing. Yeah. Thank you so much for introducing us to that wonderful book. I'm sure almost all of us are going to pick it up and read it. Really, thank you for introducing us to such a wonderful book. So now we have the result. Toastmaster Sheetal, if you could please announce the winners.
TM, would you please ask for the best role players voting?
Okay, fine. Dear Toastmasters, if you could please vote for the best role player of today. That is the ballet will be casted now. The poll will be launched by Toastmaster Sheetal. If you could please vote for the best role player of the day.
In 5 seconds, I will close the poll. Thank you.
So, Toastmaster Sheetal, if you're ready with your results, you could please announce it.
Yeah, vote counter, I think just will announce the results. Certificates can be shared later. We are running out of time, please.
Okay. So first we'll start with the best role player. The best role player today is Madam Toastmaster Saira. The second is the best evaluator. The best evaluator today is Toastmaster Ragul Shankar. Next is the best table topic speaker. The best table topic speaker, any guesses? Yeah, it's DTM Ajit. And the best speaker of the day is Toastmaster Uday Kumar. Congratulations all the winners. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah, congratulations to all the winners. Fantastic job. All the speakers and table topic speakers, everybody did a great job today. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajit, Toastmaster Anoop, and Toastmaster Ankappa for joining us from India. In spite of getting so late, you are still with us. And guests, I hope that you will add a lot of value to our club once you join. It's a pleasure to have you today. And if Toastmaster Vijay can play the video finally. Are you there, Vijay?
Yes, I'm there. Just 1 second. Can everyone see the video?
Yes.
Hey, you're still on your phone. Please, come on, get ready. We have to go to the party.
All parties and gatherings are cancelled due to lockdown. How to go?
Oh, then where do I wear all my beautiful dresses now? I have nowhere to go. Anyways, let me just prepare my dalgona coffee at least peacefully. You know, Earlier, I used to be so health conscious. But due to this coronavirus, I'm always locked up in the house. Somehow my stomach is always growling and I feel so hungry that I keep on munching and munching. I cannot believe that I have put on so much of weight. But enough is enough. I promised to myself that I'm going to lose 3 kilos in 1 month. That's the challenge. For the first few months of lockdown, everybody enjoyed whatever dishes I cooked at home. But now, take a look. Your sandwich is ready.
Thank you, but can't you prepare something else, please?
No, I seriously cannot. I have to clean the entire house, wash the vessels, make our kids study, take care of 2 small kids. It's highly impossible for me to cook variety of foods every time. You have to eat this.
I'm fed up of your sandwich.
I'm also fed up of cooking for you all. You have to eat this.
Please cook something else.
No, I cannot.
I have a solution. Let's call Pizza Hut. Hello, Pizza Hut?
One thing I'm glad about is that my son's education is not affected. His classes are going on via Zoom. Hey, Amu, wake up. Wake up. Amu, get up. Yes, I got full marks. I got full marks. Amu, get up now at least. Yes, thank you for playing the video. This was my experience of corona pandemic. Well, all of us are frustrated in one way or the other. I cannot go out with wearing a mask. I feel so suffocated. I cannot eat at my favorite restaurant. I cannot enjoy my favorite food at a restaurant. I cannot meet my near and dear ones. I cannot travel anywhere. The happiness quotient has come down drastically. But all of us are facing the same crisis. What do you do when when you cannot control what's happening? That is the time when you have to challenge yourself to control the way you respond to it. And that's where your power is. For me, laughter is the best medicine. Have you ever noticed that you cannot be scared and you cannot laugh at the same time? Humor can break the tension and lighten up your mood. While you are sanitizing your hands, at the same time, maintaining the sanity of your mind is also of utmost importance. Do whatever makes you happy. Cook, bake, decorate, sing, post on social media. To each is to their own. The ultimate aim is to keep on beating and beating all the obstacles until you prepare your own version of the Dalgona coffee. Well, on that positive note, I would like to hand over the lectern to the president, sir. Toastmaster Arul Shankar, can you please take over?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Rupa, for this interesting and enlightening session. Dear Arabians, let us give a big round of applause to the assignees and for the Toastmaster of the day. Special thanks to TT Master for the interesting and wonderful topics. Dear Arabians, now I request our Vice President membership to induct our guest, Mr. Suryaji.
Thank you, President. We'll be having an induction ceremony right now. Am I audible?
Yes.
The induction ceremony is an important occasion, both for the new members and for the club. For Arabian Toastmaster Club, we have a lot of new talents joining our club recently, and today is no way different. We have one new talent joining our club, and that for the existing member has to sponsor them. I would now request the members who are sponsoring the prospective Toastmaster to introduce them. May I request Toastmaster Arul?
Yes.
You are the sponsor for the prospective member, Mr. Suryaji. Please acknowledge.
Yes, I'm responsible, yes.
Thank you, sir. And for the objection and the reservation in accepting this prospective member, I already got a consent from all the members being in the WhatsApp group. So I'll not be having any sergeant at arms to escort them. So, fellow Toastmasters, it is now our duty and privilege to induct a new member into Arabian Toastmaster Club. This individual has come to Toastmasters seeking to improve his communication leadership skill. And now we have an opportunity to help him learn, grow, and achieve. So Suryaji, you are joining a worldwide organization that has helped nearly 3 million people learn to communicate more effectively. As members of Arabian Toastmaster Club, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development. You will become a part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to help one another in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Madam Toastmaster Sheetal, Vice President Education, have the member have been given an opportunity to discuss their needs and goals with the club, and they have been explained about the Toastmaster program, how it works, the benefit they derive, and the obligation of the membership. May I request VP Education to name the mentor for the new member, Mr. Suryaji.
Yeah, the mentor for the Mr. Suryaji is Toastmaster Abhilash.
Thank you. Membership in this club are just being proceeded right now. May I request the assigned mentor, Toastmaster Abhilash, just to acknowledge and give you affirmation? Response.
Yes, I do agree. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. You have been asked to help this member to get off and had a good start. And thanks for acceptance. Address to the new member, of course, Mr. Suryaji, please, the WhatsApp message what I sent you, you can just go ahead with that one, and please repeat the pledge what I'm going to repeat upon. Membership in this club and in the Toastmaster International is a privilege that carries with many rewards. Yet it also places certain obligations upon you. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members in a spirit of enjoyment. Evaluate others' features in a spirit of support and sharing. Assist the club in reaching its goal. Remain positive and keep a smile on your face. We ask you and the new members to dedicate yourselves to a personal growth, to share this great gift with fellow members, and to help keep this Toastmaster Club strong and dynamic. Dear Mr. Suryaji, please face your fellow members with your right hand being raised and affirm your membership by repeating the following words. I, Suryaji, you can repeat.
I, Suryaji. I, Suryaji.
In the presence
of
my fellow members
of
the Arabian Toastmaster Club make this firm obligation.
Make this firm obligation
To attend the meetings regularly.
To attend the meetings regularly.
And prepare fully for each assignment.
And prepare fully for each assignments.
To apply myself to the program.
To apply myself to the program.
Outlined in the Toastmasters manuals.
Outlined in the Toastmasters manuals.
To participate actively in club activities.
To participate actively in the club activities.
To evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner.
To evaluate others in the positive and constructive manners.
To build open, friendly relationship with fellow members.
To build open, friendly relationship with my fellow members.
And to bring other new members into the club so that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
And to bring other members into the club so that they can also gain the benefits of the Toastmasters.
You can put your hands down. Thank you, Toastmasters. Suryaji.
Thank you.
So I am being the co-host right now. I'm going to share the screen. You could able to see my screen right now?
Yes.
For the existing members. Pledge for the existing members. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody can see the screen. Pledge for the existing members. May I request all the existing members to raise their hand, right hand. Please repeat the pledge when I'm asked to do so. We, the members of Arabian Toastmaster Club.
We, the members of Arabian Toastmasters Club,
pledge to support you.
Pledge to support you.
In a quest for self-development.
Request for self-development.
To provide you with positive, helpful evaluations.
To provide you with positive, helpful evaluation.
To maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere.
To maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere.
To give you opportunities to help others.
To give you opportunities to help others.
And to make your Toastmaster membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
And to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling one.
Thank you, existing members. You can put your hands down. That concludes the induction of the ceremony. And over to you, President. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uday, for conducting it very swiftly. The Arabians, one more good news to share. Our past president, Toastmaster Anu, is going to join us back, and he has joined us today. Welcome, Anu, back to Arabian Toastmasters Club. Yeah,
that's a great news.
Thank you, President, for giving this opportunity. So the virtual meet was really a blessing to come back to the club.
Yes, we are blessed to have you again back with us. Next, we have an award to be presented. Toastmaster Ravish has completed level 1 in innovative planning. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ravish.
Thank you, sir.
Arabians, another special news. Like as said in the last meeting, Arabian Toastmasters Club is qualified to receive 3 awards tomorrow. The first one, the Smedley Award for inducting 5 new members, new as well as reinstating members. And second, Spotlight Award for renewing more than 20 members. And third, having achieved these 2 awards, we are eligible for Golden Quarter Award. So we'll be getting these 3 awards tomorrow in District 79 online meeting. I will share the link after this meeting. So I request all Arabians to join for tomorrow's meeting and join us to let us collectively receive the award. As our motto says, together we excel. So please switch on your cameras so that our VPPR can take a group photo.
Though a lot of members have already left, I'll take with whoever's left off. Cameras on, everyone. Toastmaster Velmurugan, if you could switch on your camera, please. Toastmaster, you there? Velmurugan, you there? Okay. All right. I'll just take one without him then. All right. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Thank you.
Thank you, members. Any more
Thank
points to
you.
be discussed?
Thank you.
Okay,
Good night,
we are-
everybody. Good night.
We are late by 14
Good
minutes.
night.
We'll taken care by next meeting. Thank you, and adjourn this meeting.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night. Good night.
Thank
Nice to
you.
see
Good
you,
night.
Anu.
Nice to see you all here.
Everyone's very quick to leave tonight.
Today it is slightly late now. That must be the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit late today.
So we'll have an unofficial meeting now.
We'll take care in the next meeting, sure.
Yeah, it was.
Your
some
video
technical
was
issues.
really nice.
Yeah, the video was nice. The one thing that was needed was background music. You could have just sent it over to me. I would have put one. Background music.
Okay, then.
Everybody will send it to you now.
Right in time.
No. That's not an open-ended invitation. I'm already flooded with so much that I don't know. I'm just floating.
Good.
All right. I think that's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Bye. Good
Okay.
night,
Good
everyone.
night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night to everyone.
Anyone want to talk, or I should end the meeting?
No, I'm being available also. Sheetal, how is things?
Yeah, so Toastmaster Uday, now can you now more describe your style bureaucratic in reference to what
Here, of course. She knows better.
now we like to see how the bureaucratic stuff.
Bureaucratic, authoritative, pace setting, innovative, and all those leadership styles are there, of course.
No, you are alone, so you could speak now. Now you speak in front of man. So
I'll ask her to leave then, I can speak. Loudly even. So how was it? It was okay? Speech wise was okay?
yeah, that was very good. Yeah, that's fine.
Humorous turned to be okay, little bit.
Huh? Sorry?
Humorous part was okay.
Yeah, always it was a very good fun. You have already added in that the reference to the bureaucratic, so it was already humorous. Now next speech will be mine for the same leadership. So something I learned from the speech and try to incorporate.
Frankly speaking, I didn't practice much about this. And whatever today, I was like more natural. I was thinking about something natural and a little bit fast enough. Why? Because I was feeling like it is more. When I practiced, it was almost coming like 8 to 8.5 minutes. So that's what I tried to squeeze it around to less than 7 minutes. I was planning around. But luckily, it turned to be less than 7.
Yeah, that's good. Actually, you made a constant pace. It was a pacey, but it was a constant pace. That's good.
It was speedy. I know that fast.
That's good. Overall, it was very good. Yeah.
See, I was about to send a message to you people, how it is and what is it. But anyway, thank you. Madam Toastmaster, Rupa is here.
Rupa is I think.
She's listening to us maybe. No, she left maybe. But the video was good. It was.
No, the video was good. And Atom was actually the intent was very good. The way it was made, the presented. It was something she tried very differently, and it was very good.
Yeah, but it was just 3 minutes video, but it took almost like 8 to 9 minutes just for explaining that video. I gone very fast with the VP membership induction actually, because Arul was telling me you need to go within 3 to 4 minutes maximum. So I started.
Yeah, even my L1 completion also just as a speech he just completed. No certificates.
And when you are giving a speech, you got a speech slot available from.
Yeah, next speech, next slot I'm doing for. I'll be having the same level 2 speech one.
Yeah, good.
So you need to share me your speech. I'll also go through that, browse for that.
No, of course, you could have already prepared that, right? It's not a big deal. It's not so going to be very, very big enough. But anyway, when is your family coming? So far, nothing. No idea.
No, nothing. Even if come also, I'll planning in February or March only now. So just let everything get more settled, and by the time the okay, this school's holidays also will start from March only. So I'll get the transfer certificate